Hi gals. Today, you're not going to look at me, you're going to look at the hike. There we go, here's my trail. So I wanted to talk to you today about why should you quit drinking anyway? I mean, maybe you can moderate. Maybe you just need to take a break. What do you think? How do you know? What's the difference between someone who has to quit and someone who can just take a break? Well, ask yourself a couple of questions. Well, there are a few questions we can ask ourselves, but I just want to start with this because I'm actually known for being pretty honest and telling it like it is. And so here's what I figure, gals. If you're asking about your drinking, not only is it a problem, but you likely have to quit. Right, I know, it's not what we want to hear. Let me explain why I say that. If you could quit drinking, you would quit. I know, it's not rocket science. But anybody who really wants to quit drinking and thinks this is a problem or it's more than I want, they quit. And then they don't end up watching YouTube channels like mine or listening to podcasts like mine or reading Quit Lit. They quit drinking. I know, I understand that that's not what you wanted to hear. And now you're thinking, well, maybe I'm the exception. Maybe it's different for me. Hey, look, there's an exception to every rule, right? There's an exception to every rule. I just haven't met her yet. I haven't met her yet. I've had a few women, not that many, because I'll be honest, I'm not good at helping women who want to moderate, but I've had a few come into my program and say, I'm not quitting, I'm moderating, and I'm going to, be in the group and you're going to help me to drink only on weekends or whatever the moderation plan is. And I've never seen anyone succeed at that. Why? Because of what I just said. If you could quit drinking, you would quit drinking. Now, why is this like this? What's the thing? What's the deal? Because about 10% of the population of Earth, 10% of humans, so any room you walk into, 10% of the people have a problem with alcohol. And they actually don't know why. What's different about us? They can't find the gene, but we react differently to alcohol. If I'd have known this, I would have been so much kinder to myself all those years. Because I just thought, why am I such a loser? Why is it everybody else is done and I'm still craving? Why am I running to the bathroom, having an extra drink? What's wrong with me? Nothing. I'm just in that 10% of the population. But I didn't know that. Here's what I discovered. People who are in the 90%, alcohol feels different to them. To us, ask yourself this. Here's a test for you. When you have a drink, does it make you want another one? If the answer to that's yes, then bam, that's it. That's the test. Because so-called quote-unquote normal drinkers doesn't happen. They have a drink, and if they have a second one, it's because they wanted it, not because they were craving it. And they could just as easily not have it. Not me, boy. Put alcohol in my body and only one thing happens. I want more. No matter how sick I am, no matter how drunk I am. I can be laying on the floor under the table, not able to get up and still want another drink. That's insane. Now, of course, your life doesn't have to be that bad, but if you're always looking for more, then moderation is a gong show, an absolute gong show. Because it means, let's say you decide, I'm just going to drink Fridays and Saturdays. It means on Fridays and Saturdays, you're just torturing yourself because every time you have a drink, it makes you want to have a drink. And then you've got to stop and go a whole 5 days like it's, or worse or as bad as people who try to limit it to just, well, I'll just have 2. That's it. Well, now that's pure torture, right? That's not going to work. So, sorry for the bad news, but I'm here to say it's actually good news because this life, alcohol-free, is amazing, and you can have it too.